Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FMLFPL. Okay! Welcome to FMLFPL, Milan.
This Walsh.
Oh, I went for that.
Yeah.
Post-COVID, okay?
COVID wanker.
I know, I'm fucking riddled masses, huddled masses.
It's just so much risky COVID behavior you finally got.
I know.
Yeah.
Just staying home and playing video games and watching footy. Too risky.
Irresponsible.
Yeah,
Fucking
too risky.
Irresponsible.
I watch footy without a condom on. It's just insane.
So should we do our little announcement thing and then we'll start talking about shit?
Yeah, so we signed a deal with a company called Bluewire. They do lots and lots of sports podcasts, like 200
They're just
or
like
some
a podcast network, right?
Yeah, they do FPL pods, other sports pods, all that shit. The main thing that'll change for you guys is we don't really know when the ads will be inserted to the podcast or not, but sometimes
it could be this episode.
It could be this episode. You could have just listened to a ball shaving ad. We have no idea, but basically there'll be like pre-roll ads, maybe mid-roll ads, maybe post-roll ads, maybe, and Patreon subscribers will get all episodes ad-free, and YouTube will be ad-free, and that's basically it.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing this ad without ads for a long time, and we just kind of, this opportunity sort of made sense for us to give it a shot. So
yeah.
This is what we're doing. And, we've been don't want to be disingenuous because I know a lot of our Patreon, subscribers are, supporting us because that's like, that's been sustaining us. And, if that feels like, we're doing some ads and, you could cut us loose, that's no harm, no foul, no hurt feelings there. But, I mean, they're not paying us, a ton of money with the ads, but so if you don't do that, that would also be excellent. But just want to say that,
and it's still true that even with the ads, like we still would not do this without Patreon. It's still factual. Yeah. It's still everything basically.
Still an actual factual, but we love you guys and we're aware we wouldn't be able to have this kind of partnership without you guys tuning in each week. So thank you all.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go. So we haven't potted in like 2 weeks. More?
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a really long time. I got COVID, etc. I wildcarded. That happened. Where do you want to begin? Our teams?
Well, I think we should start with your fucking shitty ass wildcard team.
So I'm on 39 points. Well, sorry. Auto sub Ben White in there. I'm on 40 points. With Gordon to go. So, could still be a huge week because he's really good at football and Everton are a really good team. I don't know. Down 6K overall, basically nothing like, time honored tradition to get a red arrow the game week that you wildcard. Also, not time honored tradition to get COVID when your wildcard deadline is like 2 days away. So I spent legit no longer than 20 minutes looking at this team. So, is what it is. This week was a disaster. I got 3 clean sheets, 1 assist, 1 bonus point.
Can you just read the team out to the uninitiated?
Yeah, no dongs. So Ramsdale Foster at the back. I went Trent Mountett, I went Laporte Cancelo, and then I went Ben White. Midfield is Mo, Sancho, Foden, Saka. And forward is basically just Kane. And the bench.
Omit Gordon like that?
Well, yeah, he's awful. But, I started him this week because he has a double.
Schnoz, Anthony?
Gordon, Gelhardt, Cucho make up the bench. Cucho probably actually sleeper, the best of all of them. But, bad week. I didn't put any time in it. Is what it is. My team's still okay. I think it's pretty good. Okay. Obviously this week with Liverpool City, it's less good because I'm 6 player represented there, but
Yeah. I mean, everyone's in that boat more or less. Yeah. 5-6 players there. So it's kind of one of those, but
what can you do? I mean, I captain Kane, they win 5-1. He gets 4 points, he played
really well though.
Yeah, no, he's been playing really well for like a month. So, if I hit that cap, I'm on a green and everyone's like, oh, great job by you.
Yeah, I mean, especially when Mo blanks, you're like, oh, okay. And then
that happens. We need like a name for when that happens because nothing is more annoying. We didn't even talk about our captains because I wasn't even on Patreon episode. We
didn't talk really at all.
Yeah,
and you were fucking COVID, and I was just backing off.
Yeah, but neither of us on mocap. I didn't even consider him. I just had it on Kane. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I didn't really consider him either. I was on Kev for the whole time.
Yeah, and so early game happens. All of Saturday happens. I'm like, okay, not a lot of points, but I got the double cleans. With Liverpool and City. And I have Captain Kane, so I'm in a great fucking spot. And then, it is what it is.
Doc gets $1 million. So what about
and I got knocked out of the cup because fucking John Astry has Doc second on his bench, auto subbing in for a 14-pointer. So
that's how the cup advancers.
That's how the cup crumbles. Yeah.
How come you didn't go with Doc?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, going white over Doc.
Good answer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like it was something that I spent time on and thought about. But I've had White since game week 1. He's been a great servant to the club. I wasn't even starting him this week, so I didn't even really care that much about it. He was kind of like, I'll probably usually start him. I didn't know Tierney was dead. Partey was not. He got Space Jams out of his ability today. I don't know what happened to him today. And then they have good fixtures. So I was like, White is still just going to be good, for the rest of the season. And obviously I like Doc. I never, and I've vocalized it on the pod, trust their defense to keep cleans. And, they didn't keep it clean.
Don't get cleans when you fucking dong your life away.
Home Newcastle. Can't even keep it clean in home Newcastle. And then, obviously.
Well, it was, in fairness, just a banger from Shar. It's not like they were conceding chances.
No, not a lot. But, Willock got in there. They didn't, shut the game down by any stretch. They
I know. I'm just.
But,
okay.
Yeah, no, that's one of those where in another world, I wonder, me and you are talking a lot more. I'm tinkering a lot more. Yeah, I probably do go Doc. I think most wildcarders probably went Doc, but I put zero thought into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see how you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
We'll see how you go.
All right. What about you? How you doing? You're flying.
I got a fucking ton of points. Yeah, I got
I'm
on 70.
Flying.
I have 71. At 71.
Oh my God.
Well, even at Captain Kevin, that was fucking huge. 22.
Oh my God.
Huge.
8-point goals, baby.
Yeah, he's just fucking amazing. Kevin's so good. And then I got points from everyone basically. Doc, Rudiger, that fucking bitch, scored a goal. Best goal I've ever seen in my life.
It's so funny to see Rudiger 6.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know the context, you'd be like, oh, classic Chelsea, 1-0 win or some shit. No, they got fucking ass blasted by Brent Pan.
Yeah. Yeah. But I got some cleans. I have Doc. So, it all worked out. Kulusevski got points. Kane got some points. So, so that was a good job by me. Still have our mutual friend, Anthony Gordon, going.
Tony.
Going on Wednesday. Probably another 1-pointer. Can't wait.
I'm hoping for 2.
You think he'll start?
I think so, but you never know.
Who's he going to bench?
Literally anyone.
Gray?
I think anyone that you just pick it out of a hat. It doesn't good.
Matter.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah,
they're so bad.
Yeah, they're bad. If he starts, it's 2 points, so that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough on that. So let's go, move on.
There's no league updates because we still have the shithouse derby, Burnley, Everton. All right, where do we want to dive into?
Well, let's just keep it going with Everton.
Well, the funniest part of the game for me was the fucking Holgate goal because I was just talking so much shit all game about how bad he is and Keane's still starting every game. Like, what the fuck is this? And then obviously he scores like the biggest deflected goal of all time.
Yeah, I love how he celebrates it like he did something.
He did an amazing
The
fucking
deflection was
worldie.
insane.
It literally moved from post to post to like one of the biggest deflections while not being given an own goal you'll ever see.
Oh my God.
But I messaged you. You didn't watch this game live, but this game and the Man United Leicester game are two examples of. I was thinking while I was watching. This is why you have to watch the games, because West Ham completely parked after taking the 2-1 lead. Like, they didn't need this game. They don't really care. They're not playing for anything in the league. Everything's all about Europe. They could have scored like 5 if they wanted to. No doubt in my mind. Any time they countered, which again. They shut the game down. They didn't press for the last 30 minutes. Nothing happened. But anytime they went long, just a normal ass fucking Burnley long ball over the top, they were in. They were just in, and like Everton couldn't do anything. Complete disaster at the back. Pickford fucking pounding his chest, like no idea. And Man United Leicester was the same thing. I think like people are, right. I understand, you're a Man United fan. You're upset with the draw, whatever. But like Leicester were. Like, Man United was getting behind at will. Alonga and Sancho were behind all the time. Bruno was getting in nonstop. That was not like a 1-1 game. They didn't rack up the shots and like huge XG or anything like that.
Fuck some shit up.
But he was also really good. And it was just like watching that game, everyone was going crazy at halftime. Like, oh, they're not putting in the effort, blah, blah. I was like, dude, they're fucking, what are we talking about? Like, Fred's not releasing them. Like, Paul's playing out of position, like all this shit. But yeah, Everton, very bad. Very, very bad team. In a lot of trouble.
It's going to come down to this game on Wednesday is it's huge.
Oh my God, I'm actually so excited for it.
It's so big. I mean, these two teams just neither function, and they're coming up against one another.
It's so good.
I mean, is a draw like... I mean, it has draw written all over it to me, but is this one of those where like a wins like you have to win this for one of these two teams? Like, could Burnley afford a draw? Like, they need to.
No,
need to win.
I think Burnley
games.
I think Burnley need to win.
Everton probably do take a draw if you're Everton.
Yeah, I think Everton take a draw because they're in a better spot.
Yeah,
and so draw just. Makes Burnley consolidates. Yeah. It just makes Burnley more likely and them less likely, because I don't think any other team's in it at this point. Like, I don't think Leeds are in it. No, I don't think Newcastle are in it anymore.
Great point for Leeds.
Great point. Yeah, everything. And Marsh came in and just calmed everything down.
Things.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Burnley need a win, and I think they will.
Wow.
I just like seeing.
Yeah, but Keane's not going to be playing.
Yeah, actually, huge point that I totally forgot. Do you think we get the Branthening, or does he move Holgate back to center back?
Is that fucking what the fuck is wrong with what's his name, the defender,
Godfrey?
Did he play? He didn't play. He played. Oh, he's played.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be the Branth and Holgate, but I'm sure after Holgate's worldy goal that he's going to stick him right back in there. Get some more of that magic against, Ben Mee.
Yeah, I don't know how bad the injuries are to Donny and to Townsend.
Townsend's out like for the season, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he like had significant injury.
But I don't know about Donny, and obviously Dele is already just in the,
he just doesn't even
do not use. Yeah, like
he doesn't even come sub in. He's fucking.
He didn't come with batteries, and Frank's not going to the store for any batteries, so that's out of the question. So
I mean, DCL, Rich, it's just they have no plans. Like, they just have no idea what they're doing.
I don't think DCL's match fit. I think Rich has been playing games for nonstop for 18 months, which is not think. That's just fact.
That's a fact.
He's just taken like a huge step backwards this season. I don't know.
They're an absolute fucking mess. If they can,
I'm rooting for Everton, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, if they can scrape and see, this is an actual thing though I've been thinking about. I wouldn't, if there's a team that's gonna go down instead of Burnley that wouldn't mind. It is definitely Everton, because it's fucking funny.
It's Frank Lampard's Everton.
Yeah, that's key. I mean, That's key. But even before, like, it's just so
Yeah.
funny to me, this concept or idea that
that's crazy.
they've been talking about how poorly run Everton's been for, a decade, basically, since I've been following the fucking game. And for them to actually plummet to the lows of going down is just the depth. Sorry, I couldn't find that word. Holy shit, I'm fucking bugging out over here. Yeah, it's just hilarious to me, and I would love to see the chaos ensuing of what happens with the books and the parachute payments. Would they bounce back up? I mean, just what would happen to the team?
Especially
all
because
about
their
that.
money is sort of shady, dirty, questionable.
It's just the one guy putting in all the money, and I mean, Burnley go down. It's like good riddance. We don't have to watch them play, but that's. They're back where they belong, and they could stay down there for another decade, whatever. But with Everton, it would just be continued content. So that would be interesting.
I wonder who Lampard's phone a friend is. Like, I wonder.
A friend?
Yeah,
for what though?
For advice for this game. Like, he's like, I must win this game. Like, who's he calling? Is he calling
Fellaini? He's calling Fellaini.
Mourinho?
Fellaini.
Yeah, Fellaini, like
Tim Howard,
Goose Hiddink, yeah, Timmy. Like, it could be so many people. Like, it could be fucking
Tim Howard's commentary in the studio is just absurd. He does not ever say a single thing.
That's
crazy.
Kind of their job, though. Like, so in a sense, he's doing it well. No,
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, I think. But yeah, I don't know his phone or friend. It's some fucking idiot, obviously.
Well, he needs help.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fucking like Rooney. I could see that.
No, Rooney's too smart for it. He wouldn't take his ball.
He's
managing the shit out of Derby. He's so smart that he didn't even take a fucking interview for this job. He's not an idiot. Like Frank. He's a fucking Frank idiot.
I can't wait for this game. I really am so excited. Especially because the last game was complete chaos.
Yeah. All right. So that's something to look forward to on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a battle.
I do, I think, because it's fresh, but I mean, Arsenal, I'm worried. I'm definitely worried after watching today. 2
questions we got on Arsenal. And Tio, how does the Palace game change your opinion on Arsenal assets going forward? Is it just a one-off or a big worry? And then Slim Charles, what are your thoughts on Arsenal after getting smashed by Walsh's Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it wasn't competitive. We absolutely disassembled them. It was a fucking joke. We fucking destroyed them.
Yep.
But I don't care as much about that as I do just looking at the personnel. I mean, Tomiyasu, they might as well fucking ship him back to wherever the fuck he came from because he is not playing at this. He's just
what's going on?
I don't know. He can't even make the bench. He's just fucking. He's been out for like 4 months with like a calf strain or something. Like I don't even know. He's like
it's never at any point been a major injury. It's just persisted forever.
Yeah, I mean I don't even know. But I mean with him gone. They were holding, and now Tierney's out for like the season or whatever they're saying.
Yeah, knee. It doesn't look good, knee injury.
Yeah, like Cedric is not a good player, obviously. But when it was Cedric and then the other 3 are fine, right? They're able to kind of manage that situation.
Yeah.
When they play, I mean, this poor fucking kid, Tavares, is just, he keeps starting him and then subbing him off like at halftime.
Yeah,
it's crazy how he deals with
is that
him.
good personnel shit? That doesn't seem good to me.
But when you have those 2 out and then now Partey, he looked like he just straight up shouldn't have been playing today, right?
It looked like a situation where he like wasn't match fit or something. He was
just not ready to play. He had all this shit going on in the international break, playing those big games. Like who knows what the fuck the travel's like? It's probably a disaster. I mean, and then he does the tinkering with Martinelli, and I mean, fucking that was insane. I mean, the Odegaard.
I assume that's also because Martinelli's coming from Brazil and whatnot and travel and, whatever. But yeah, I mean,
I mean, I don't know. The other thing too is when their spine is having issues with Partey out and the fullbacks are gone, they're just like all kind of fucked up. They have a striker who doesn't score goals. So when they're not absolute.
Yeah.
Nails tight and at worst conceding 1 goal. I mean, this team doesn't score goals. Low key, they just don't. And that's a big issue.
When they're missing 2 out of the 5 back 5, they can't keep cleans either. Maybe. I mean, that's the concern. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely concerned. I'm definitely concerned about this situation.
No, if we knew about Tierney injury. That's the type of thing that would have maybe been like, oh, should I be keeping Ben White? Because that's really scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I'm just overreacting because the performance is really bad, but just in my head, looking at this, Partey was obviously horrendous today, but he has been pretty consistently,
he's been
very
really good.
solid this season.
Really good.
It's kind of what they were expecting. And, we definitely know looking at their team that they don't have a decent replacement for that. They fucking put Sambi on. I mean, they don't have a Shaka. That's going to be an issue, I think.
Yeah.
Moving forward. So, yeah.
I mean, another thing also is just, I luckily, put units on this in my favor. And I was saying to everyone in Discord beforehand, but like, Palace have been really, really good at home all season.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, before this game, they were 7th best in the league, only behind the top 6 in, XG differential at home, with a plus 7.8 at home on the season. And
3 cleans on the bounce.
Yeah, in a way, they're negative 6.3 XG differential. Yeah. It's like a very different team at home. And, and the last, like you mentioned earlier on Discord as well, like the last Arsenal Palace game, Palace should have won. they conceded a very late equalizer. So
we threw 2 points away, and we were the better team the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think FPL wise, Palace defense going into next season, I think we kind of touched on this a little bit ago, but our defense is fucking good. It's getting so
it took
good.
a while. It took a while.
And it should take a while because we had a brand new team with a brand new system. But we've just been playing such good defense, and Gahey and Anderson. When Gahey doesn't raise his hand in the box and get penalties,
when he doesn't Sam Byram fucking
when he doesn't pull the Sam Byram
dolphin doing tricks at the water park, the ball with his hand.
Yeah, once Milivojevic stopped playing and the center backs are playing, it's just we're a fucking good team, and Guaita's been really, really good this season, even though he's had his injury issues. He's missed way too many games for a goalie. It's kind of crazy, but
he's old.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5 defenders next season. They should all be 4 or 5. Maybe they won't be because we do have we're going to be up double-digit cleans at the end of the season, but yeah, I think that's going to be a shrewd kind of investment point is Palace defense next year.
I echo the same for Palace forwards. I really think so.
Yeah, we have to see who's
we don't
here.
know. We don't know any of the midfielders. I hesitate to say any, but we're obviously Gallagher probably won't be there, and I'm not sure that just Maka and Kouyaté are just running out as first choice anymore. I don't think that that's ideally who Vieira wants in there. Maybe Hughes locks it down or something, but we don't know at least 2 out of the 3 midfielders, and then we don't really know that many with the front 3 either. I just think they're going to come in being an underpriced team, across the board, where we're all going to know, wait, they're like a 10th, 9th, 8th best team, maybe.
Yeah, the one thing that is concerning is how much he rotates in those front positions. Other than Wilf, he has been fucking anybody, all sorts. And he's kind of gone through phases with different players where he favors them and then he bombs like Edward. He fucking bombs them the fuck out.
Yeah,
but the defense has been very, very consistent, in terms of, when they're fit, they're playing and shit. So yeah, we'll have to see who we recruit. But, overall, it's just something that I feel like won't really be a very trendy thing, or Palace defenders. And, we'll have to wait to see what the clean sheets look like or what the fixtures look like. But yeah, that's something I'm definitely putting in the back of my mind for next season.
Tio asked, is Wilf a pick for the run-in?
Yeah, he is what he is. He's, we have 1 double in 37. The fixtures are good and we're still playing well, but
fixtures are insanely good.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to get a bonus point. And, he just doesn't get that many chances. He's still involved. He's just hit 10 goals in the league and, in 2,000 minutes. Pretty good return, but, you're just not expecting huge hauls from him because it does feel like it's so much graft and so much work for him to get points somehow.
Yeah.
Even though he plays well usually, outside of
get fouled double-digit times and beat 5 guys before he's going to get a goal. But yeah, the fixtures are at Leicester, at Newcastle, home Leeds, at Southampton, home Watford, and then a double with at Villa, at Everton, and finish the season home Man United. So just like phenomenal fixtures.
Yeah. I mean, the 6-8, he's the same price as like Saka,
yeah. Who didn't do shit today.
Didn't do shit, but he would play against Mitchell, so he's fucked on that one. But,
shut down.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do worse than Wilf at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, he's nailed on. We're just playing better than the other team pretty much every game for the past 4 months. I mean, we've just been playing really well. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good shout. But
there is a lot of competition, low key though. It's because it's not just Saka. I mean, there's the Leicester guys, which we got a lot of Leicester questions. There's Kulusevski. There's even Bowen. Like if we're talking about guys who don't have a million fixtures and whatnot, he's still 6'8". He's fucking a haul machine. So there's a lot of guys, but
yeah, there are a lot of guys.
Yeah, Leicester,
Arsenal, a little worried. So
yeah, definitely don't feel fantastic right now with
home Brighton. If there is a game you want to follow up with, it's fucking home Brighton. Absolutely, yes. It's home Brighton. So
home Brighton, who put up 1.3 XG and not including their penalty, 30 shots, 0-0, easy.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of, I think, murmuring this a little while ago, but Potter's maybe one of the most fraudulent people in the world.
I blame the players, dude.
Do you really?
I really do. I mean,
I just don't.
What
I don't know.
Can you do other than getting, you go in home Norwich, you get 30 shots in open play, and you draw a penalty, and your players can't score.
So I understand that, but at the same time, this is the same team. I mean, this is like year 3 of Potter doing the same thing, and they don't get relegated, right? So that's fine. Like Brighton fans are fine with that, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
that's the level. Yeah.
At what point do you look at kind of your philosophy of how you're building this team and what you're asking them to do, and just make more dramatic changes? Because it's pathetic.
I know.
It's fucking embarrassing. I mean, and it's fucking pathetic.
I don't know how he still has hair on his head, because
hair on his face. I don't know.
His mental is so strong. It's fucking Fort Knox up there, because you can't watch this every game and just be like,
do it again next week.
Good effort, guys. Yeah, like I'm gonna switch the entire front three, and they're gonna do the exact same thing as the last front three. Like it's just like he's got to get out of there, man. Someone's got to.
And I would love to know a lot more about like back room, behind the scenes, like recruitment level stuff, because they get these weird ass guys. Like they're only allowed one person from each country. Like they have to have the United Nations in this fucking building. Yeah. And they get these guys for like 2 million from fucking Slavia Prague, 2 million from like the fucking 6th place team in Belgium. Like, and they all just aren't good enough. Like there just are no goals in this fucking team. And they don't do anything different every year. Every year they have no goals.
They sell Ben White for like 50 mil.
They don't do anything. And
everyone's like, oh my God, they're finally going to get a striker.
They bought who's that guy we were talking about the other week?
The midfielder, Mwepu?
No, I'm saying just the recent guy. Yeah, Mwepu. They buy Mwepu and he fucking sucks. He's absolutely dog shit. He's so far away from a Premier League player from what we've seen this year. It's just... They do this, but they just do all the same shit. It's pathetic.
Oh my God, they fucking rule. I'm so happy they fucking exist. They have 22 goals in 30 games, and they're nowhere near relegation. Somehow.
How do you 0-0 Norwich at home, dude? Norwich.
They 0-0 every game for fun.
I would be booing the fuck out of this team. I know people that they're saying like, or they shouldn't be booing the Brighton because
shouldn't boo Maguire. Shouldn't boo Brighton.
How do they fucking do this shit every week? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
But I just don't feel like he makes any changes. He just keeps doing the same thing, expecting different results. That's what they say insanity is, right?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of guys who've started in the front like 3 and the midfield 3. I mean, yeah, he doesn't rotate like the back line and stuff that much, but I feel like he's given opportunity to basically everyone in the squad.
The thing that remains consistent though is the system. They don't create chances. They do not. They get 30 shots. None of them are on target because they're not good chances. They don't create good chances.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't.
They're better than average. type
I
of.
don't agree. I don't know about better. I don't know what average is, but I wouldn't off the top of my head agree with that statement.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I can look, but yeah, they're not great.
Yeah. I mean,
They're
I don't know why
14th in non-penalty XG per game.
it's bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why we're talking
yeah,
about
I don't know
Brighton.
why
They
the fuck
just
we're talking about them either.
Tilted
But
Neil. I mean, watching Neil miss a pen.
that is the opposite of tilting. Yeah, I mean that's
That was so good. Holy shit. That
That's
little
a lifeline.
fucking French bitch.
It's
Fuck
so
him.
good.
Holy shit. I love
the way
when he
the pen
fucking-
was conceded. Incredible from Byron.
Yep.
Just things you never thought you would see. And then the Neil just complete
my God,
miss.
it's
Skies
amazing.
it.
Watching him fail is so
The
enjoyable.
no laser beams from Senegal even in his eyes. He still puts it into fucking rosette.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we did get a lot of Leicester questions.
Why?
The reason why is here are their fixtures.
Okay.
Home Palace, then double at Newcastle at Everton, home Everton at Spurs, then another double, home Everton, home Norwich. So that's playing Everton twice in 5 weeks, which Brian pointed out, which is not something you can overlook. Game week 37, a third double at Watford at Chelsea, and then game week 38, home Southampton.
All
So they
right.
have 3 doubles. Maddo and Barnes, Ian Ancho, they have their first choice back 4, whatever back. But we did get a bunch of questions, but I think the one that I want to start with is just Hannes. He said, with Leicester having one of the juiciest end of season schedules of all time, but absolutely nothing to play for in the league. Yeah, of all time. But absolutely nothing to play for in the league. Might they actually be the biggest trap of all time, luring us all with them to the beach?
I have no interest in any Leicester player whatsoever. Absolutely zero.
What happened to your love for
interest
Barnes?
at all? They're back to reverting to a mess, I think. I don't know if he's going to play him. I'm just so much. I'm back on this is a problem.
I'm not.
They just look like shit. They've looked like shit.
Barnes in particular, I think, has been really astonishingly bad. His
Brendan
touches,
game,
and Man United too.
He fell away. Yeah,
he's been in the right place to get the chances and just blowing everything. Maddo, on the other hand, I thought looked really good. And when Maddo looks really good, he usually tends to carry that into future fixtures. Ian Nacho may have had 0 touches of the ball through 60 minutes of that game, and then he scores. And Ian Nacho, for some reason,
Vardy's supposed to be back soon, though.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
next game.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hate to see that. All right, so Ian Nacho off the menu, but Maddo I think is worthwhile. I would go Maddo over Barnes, and just because Barnes looks so fucking bad. Pete's asking,
I don't want any of these players.
Pete's asking, could Fofana at 4-3 be a good option for freeing up money because they have a million fixtures? And yeah, I don't know. I guess.
He hasn't played in 6 months. Is he going to really play fucking 10 meaningless games in not enough time? No, probably not. I mean, that's the other thing is, right? They don't have fucking days off, really. So how many of these games are he going to play these players?
Yeah.
He'll be playing fucking Ayoze Perez and be getting starts. It's going to be a mess. A complete mess.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I still think
I don't see
what I
anything
said earlier
here.
about the Man United Leicester game. I know that a 1-1 seems like they were pretty decent. I don't think they were decent. I think Man United if they were playing better could have scored 4.
Yeah.
So I don't like the defense at all. I'm with you there, but I think someone like Maddo is worth it.
Yeah, I just don't. I wouldn't want him. I'd rather
even if
have
he
players.
plays 120 in each of those doublers instead of 180, which is probably more realistic. That's still just insane to me. 3 game weeks of 120 and decent to pretty good fixtures in the other game weeks. It's just a lot.
I'd probably rather have someone like Saka or even Wilf or something.
Well, that's what
someone
I was
who's
saying. There's so much competition. Yeah.
Or Kulusevski. I don't know. I don't think that I'm gonna land there when I'm looking at these kind of players. But like you're saying, they do have a lot of games. Yeah, if I had to gun to head, I would probably agree with Madison as the attacker. I guess Schmeichel's.
I can't because they're just so fucking bad defensively.
I know. I'm just if you're you are dead set on 3 doubles, blah blah blah. Good fixtures. if I have to tip someone, I would probably be that.
Oh, for sure. He's the only one who's definitely going to play all the games.
Yeah, but I just don't. They don't keep cleans. He rotates like insane. He plays different fucking formations, multiple formations every game. I just don't want to deal with any of this mess. I do think it's a fucking huge trap.
Yeah. Overall, I think it's a trap too, because I'm saying like max Matto, and I think a lot of other people are just jumping on like, triple or double.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, man, we haven't talked in so long.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea had a good game week.
Dude, unbelievable.
The Brandhammers.
Unbelievable. The fucking
destruction.
D-Beck said, does the weekend's defeat change your outlook on Chelsea assets? Is Chelsea a defender still appealing? And clearly D-Beck doesn't listen to the pod because we've been off Chelsea. We're like the only people off Chelsea.
Yeah. Wasn't good. They look like they gave up. Interestingly.
Yeah. Oh, my
which
God.
I don't.
The thing is, like, I only watched the highlights. I didn't watch the game live, but from minute one, they were conceding chances. Like Mendy almost fucking howler. Tony chipped the ball over the net. Like Rudiger was fucking up shit left and right. They were getting in there at will. It wasn't like 4 fluky goals. Like they were just better. Brentham was just the better team and deserved to win. It's not great for fantasy when that happens, and I don't know who's going to play any game at like any position. He went to a back 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, back 4, Alonso, Aspil, my fullbacks, like sure.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that come from? Like
yeah,
RLC starts? Okay.
It looked like he just was super overlooking this game, just looking midweek, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap game for Chelsea, and they got absolutely disassembled before the Athletic. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not good. It does reinforce kind of what we were talking about before, right? That, they don't really have a ton to play for in the league, and their important games are in their other competitions.
Yeah.
He's recalling players that haven't played in a while. Changing formations, it doesn't make for good reading. So
yeah, the thing is, like, they're still locked in for top 4 pretty much.
Yeah.
And the Champions League is really all that matters. So
yeah.
I mean, the one thing that did catch my eye was just Kai had an absolutely monster statistical game, like an elite attacker levels, and like usually he doesn't do that shit.
2 points.
He had 1.2 xG, 4 shots, 11 touches in the box, like seriously crazy shit. But for even that, I was like, oh, cool, maybe next year I'll get Kai. I'm not thinking like this season, oh, Kai's going to start the rest of the games all year, because that's just not the case.
Yeah, you got 2 points. Come on, man.
Well, I don't care about his FPL points.
Fucking Kai.
Underlying is a better indicator.
I know.
No, Kai's a fucking guy. But yeah,
Chelsea are a fucking mess.
Yeah.
What about all the double game weeks got announced? So they're super late, right?
There's a million doubles. Yeah, I mean, game week 33, really there's a bunch of doubles, and then game week 36 and 37 are the other doubles.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People who still have chips will be looking at that shit that we don't really cover extensively.
You have any chips left? What do you have?
No,
I have triple captain left.
Oh, nice. Oh, so yeah. Anything catch your eye on those?
No, I didn't look. It's too far away.
Yeah, it's pretty far away. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be like Mo or a City guy.
Yeah.
Seems good. Speaking of City and Liverpool, that's a game that's happening. It's a big one.
Yeah.
It's so sick that 4 out of the 5 best teams in the league still have something to play for right now. Like at this point in the season, usually the title's done, second place is done, third place probably done. There's like usually 2 teams fighting for 4th or some shit, and it's like so much more action. But yeah, Admin said, how do you think City Liverpool is going to play out? Do you prefer to start a City or Liverpool defender? Cancelo versus Trent. Brian said Liverpool don't have a difficult run after City, but potential low scoring games with United, Everton, Spuds, Wolves in there. Meta this week is whether to drop Salah or not. What are your thoughts on that? Dundee Monkey said, do we need to discuss Mo? And VB said, if you could only pick one of Kev or Mo for the rest of the season, who would it be? So a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, you just start your City and Liverpool players. This happens every year, right? You have your heavy hitting players playing in this fixture. People think they're so smart, benching, oh, it's at Liverpool or it's at City. I'll bench this defender, and they fucking keep it clean. It's like 0-0 or some shit,
Yeah.
You just play your guys, play your guys. But in terms of Mo out, I think that's insane. I didn't know anyone was really thinking about that. What do you think about that?
News to me. I mean,
news to me.
It's
just us.
It's funny how we're like always, or not always, but usually on the same wavelength, even when we don't talk for 2 weeks. Like neither of us cap Mo, and simultaneously neither of us consider getting rid of Mo, and everyone else is capping Mo and considering getting rid of him. Just like complete opposite. No, I mean, I don't know. He came back from international break. He got subbed off early, which is never the case and shows that, he's tired or out of it or whatever. Didn't look good. He has one hard game. It's this game week. Yeah. None of the rest of the games are hard. Just look what they do to Man United last 2 games.
I mean, the international break, AFCON stuff can't really be overstated how much he's been playing. And, they do still have a lot of games and shit. But the other thing that can't be overstated is this guy's been in this league for fucking 5 years. Whenever we in history says he's been here, consider like, oh, he's gone through a little dip. We should get rid of him. He gets fucking 50 points in 3 game weeks.
Yep.
How many times does that have to happen? Like before
know.
we just like stop doing this. Like he's not injured.
I wish.
You don't get rid of him. You keep him because he's the best player in the fucking game by every fucking metric ton that you could possibly metricize. He's the best player in the game. So you just fucking keep him. He's just fucking dumb. Like, don't get rid of him.
That's it. That's all we need to say about that. It's insane.
So dumb.
If they played Man City every game for the rest of the season, we could talk.
Okay, you get rid of him.
Yeah, that's tough. This is going to be a tough one. Not the case. What do you think about Kev, though?
It's amazing.
How good is Kev? I tried so hard to get Kev. And then I was like, okay, I can't get Kev. I'm going to get Bruno maybe. Can't get Bruno. I'll get Son maybe. I just kept going down when I was making my wildcard team. And
you just didn't try hard enough. But that's okay.
Getting the 3 premiums without sacrificing like Trent, Cancelo, et cetera, was just like, I couldn't get there. But I wish I did.
I'm trying to see what's your... Yeah, I mean, my fucking team value is 2 million more than yours.
I wonder why, though. It's not like you make early transfers and I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I literally don't know. I've not been paying attention at all to like ours comparatively.
Yeah, like who?
But,
yeah, I wonder.
Because I'm just saying, because I'm just looking at this. I'm thinking like I have those players.
Yeah.
My team's like fine. It's not great. I have fucking Broja as my 11th player, who's not good, and he's really like, cheap or whatever. But
yeah, Tio was also on wildcard, and he was sending me his team, and I was like, I can't even come close to making this team. Like I would just punch it in to just see and be like, what do I? Yeah, just to look at it. I'm like, oh, I'm like 2.7 million short of this team.
Well, Tio, we know he's fucking dirty dog. He does it all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin looks amazing.
Yeah,
he looked amazing, and he's been getting a lot of points in this game since he's gotten unwashed. When we proclaimed him as unwashed. Yeah,
that was like halfway through the season or something.
It's again, I mean, the bonus points are fucking
it breaks the game.
He really does break it with the bonus points.
Yeah, we always say it, 6-point assists, 8-point goals, but like people, I don't think it sinks in. Like
it doesn't.
He gets one goal, he gets an 11 fucking pointer. Yeah. He's done that 3 times in the last 9 game weeks. He's gotten 1 goal, 11 pointer. Yeah. Like if Mo gets an 11 pointer, you're fucking jacking off. That's a fucking haul. And Kevin just gets 1 dong. It's an 11 pointer regularly.
Yeah, I mean, he just creates so many chances. And I mean, even if they're little side passes and the guy shoots, like that happens so many times during the course of games. And he's just so good.
He wins the ball back. He wins the ball back. Pass completion, like all the stuff.
Doesn't give it away because he's not washed anymore, so he just fucking bosses possession. He's so good. It's ridiculous. He's so fucking good, and having him in fantasy is amazing. And he plays all the games. And it's not like having Mahrez or some shit.
That's also part of it where it's like, with an actual title race, this is like not a common thing. This is not usually the case for Man City. It's like you can actually just bank on him starting all the games, which is like not really the norm.
I did also want to come over. Foden's someone who we can't really get a good handle on, but I mean, he's just like, He doesn't do the things.
Yeah,
in the game.
Do you think that
He
was a
plays
bad
well.
pick on my wild card?
Yeah, I mean, I think, the one thing I really was not happy about was Sancho's presence.
Yeah,
the one time we did talk before the deadline.
Yeah,
but,
the actual only time.
Yeah, I was like, Sancho?
And I was like,
Sancho and Foden. Yeah, like Sancho and Foden into like Kulusevski and Kevin, something like that. Like I would have.
Yeah, I was 2 million short of that. But what we did talk about, the move that we did talk about was Sancho to Kulusevski and Matip to Robbo. I could afford.
Yeah. Which would have been kind of whatever.
So all the way to Kevin, I'm legit 2 million short of that. So it was like not even remotely close. But yeah, I would have done that in a heartbeat if I could have afforded that.
Okay. But there could have been some diddles around. But yeah, I mean, Foden just has been really kind of frustrating, I think, from a fantasy standpoint, because he's been working. He works so hard every game, and he does a lot for the team. But for FPL, he just doesn't get a lot of points.
Yeah,
he plays a lot too. He's been starting.
I know.
He started since game week 22. He started every fucking game.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of why I went with him. Like he still shoots. He still puts up decent underlines. Against Burnley, 0.2 xG, 0.3 xa, 2 shots. Like that's pretty good. And for me, he's in City's best 11. And so with, again, same thing, title race. I'm like, okay, Foden's probably going to play most of the games. I think he's going to get goals. But yeah, lately they just haven't been coming.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
So we'll see.
It was fun watching Raz on the right, though.
Yeah. Just fucking 2 assists.
Not
Easy.
On the fucking touchline on the left and not being able to do anything. Yeah.
I know. Not really that fun watching Jack anymore, though. Your Gundo theory got kind of slaughtered this week, though.
Dude, nothing counts when they play Burnley. Fucking
okay.
Only fucking
I didn't know that was
count.
part of the rule.
Yeah, that's part of the rule. You don't read the fine print.
I didn't read the fine print.
That's part of the rule.
I guess.
Fucking Gundo. No, I mean, it's fucking Burnley. There's such destruction. All right.
Yeah, I wish I could get Kev. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Speaking of Spurs, put 5. I mean,
I know we got to talk about that game.
Yeah.
I mean, the questions we got there is is Kane still a significantly better pick than Son? Lol. And then Warren said, Son or Kulu, does price difference make up for the points? Fucking 5-1 destruction.
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean, Son's really good at home, but Kane was playing also fucking so well. So
yeah, I mean, I don't redact anything we've said.
Yeah.
Maybe Kane's not significantly better, but I'm still he's fucking better, and I'd rather have him. If I'm wildcarding today, I'm not omitting Kane for Son. That's not happening.
Right.
But maybe I'll bend over to try and figure out a way to get both of them in. Maybe, but I'm certainly not omitting Kane. He could have triple returned.
I agree. I mean, with Kulusevski, I mean, he's got 8 returns already, and he's played fucking 8. He's basically had 8 starts or something. It's
crazy.
9.
Fucking crazy what he's up to.
He is so reliant on the assists, which is a little bit annoying. And I don't know, I guess because he loses the ball, his pass completion shit, but his bonus point's not good. I mean, he got 1 in this one, but in general, he's had a lot of assist games. This is only his 3rd bonus point.
Yeah.
To have that many assists, that many returns, and only have 3 total bonus points is really bad.
Also, he's nowhere near goals anymore. Early
he's so
doors,
wide. Yeah, he was coming in more.
He was cut in, and he was score. He happened to score a couple worldies, and it was oh shit, he can do everything. But he's looking to pass the Son and Kane every time.
Yeah, he's playing he's kind of shifting out into a little bit of a different role for sure.
Yeah,
but, I mean, he's still a good pick, but I think just in terms of looking at, I mean, there's 6 million between him and Son, which is
it's hard to evaluate.
Another player. That's a 12th player on your fucking team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it definitely pretty clearly is Kane 1, Son 2, Kulusevski 3 in terms of assets ranked.
Or Doc.
Irrespective of price. I mean, Doc. I mean, I don't know where Doc fits in there. Probably 3rd ahead of Kulusevski, but
fucking Doc fucked me out of the cup.
He doesn't. You fuck yourself not having Doc. If when Doc starts, you fucking play him. Look at Doc. He's played.
You didn't
6 starts.
You didn't even mention Doc to me
because I was too focused on Sancho's upsetting me. He has fucking 2 goals and 4 assists in 6 starts. because he's not a defender. He's a fucking striker, like we have always talked about for years when he was on the Wolverines.
I mean, before this game, to be fair, he had 1 goal and 3 assists, and then 3 straight blank, like just like he's bad, not doing anything, getting no shots or chances games.
He just need a little rest. You're picking
He just needs
the
to
wrong...
play on the left with Royale. I think
You need to play out
Royale
of
unlocks.
I agree. Yeah, that's it. No, but that actually does back up our initial.
It does.
With Regs, because Regs was going up and he was so yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah, no, I did fuck myself, but I at least I have
Fuck's
a reason.
amazing.
I have a reasonable excuse.
Yeah,
I was fucking riddled.
having
I could still get him too,
riddled.
honestly.
Obviously, you can still get him, but I mean, the other thing too is for you is you've had White since game week 1, and he's been so good for you. So that's a hard thing for you to.
Yeah, I think that's like
jettison.
a hard like bias to break there. I've had him since game week 1. He has 13 cleans. He's still 4-5. Like what the fuck?
So yeah, Spurs are good though. I mean, they look like they're just doing all the things. They have good fixtures. The bad fixtures are in the double, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Game week 36. So, I mean, having 3 Spurs players in your team seems pretty obvious, and most people do have that. So, that's a good job by them. But yeah.
They're good. Top 4 race is fucking heated.
The other good fun thing about that is that Arsenal game is the 3rd to last game of the season. You know, that game's going to be huge because they're going to be within 3 points of one another for sure when they see each other.
Just decide it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Spurs play Burnley and Norwich after that.
But they have a double the week of the North London Derby at Liverpool, home Arsenal. Yeah. And then home Burnley.
But then Arsenal have Newcastle and Everton 37-38. So they both have like sitters kind of.
Arsenal and Spurs deciding 4th and deciding relegation potentially.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
Yeah, all right.
The last place to go is Aston Villa for some reason. I don't know. Hemdog wants to talk about Villa. I don't know why.
What do you got for us?
He said, are they just in full-blown next season mode? It feels like Stevie G doesn't know his best side or best system. They have doubles on the horizon. I'd love your boys' take. And Balsy said, what do I do with Coutinho? Do I drop him all the way down to a sub 6 million mid? Is Ericsson too cute?
I mean, they do have a blank in 33, which is rare. I think they're like the only team that have a blank.
Them, Wolves, and Leeds.
Yeah. Ugh, yucks. I mean, it's very clear that he doesn't know his best 11. I mean, getting Bailey back, putting him in. It's just Ings was in the squad.
Got a random start.
Yeah, I think Doug was on the bench, right? It's Nakamba's still out. It's a bit of a mess there. Yeah, it definitely does smack of, next year kind of he's just planning and tinkering to see, who do I want to get rid of this summer?
Yeah.
What do I need? Who do I need to buy? Who can I rely on? I mean, Coutinho, it's the same thing. I mean, he goes missing because they just kind of stopped functioning. They didn't play well against Wolves at all. I mean, both teams are kind of, I think kind of neither of them look like they played well, but yeah, you're not going to be, happy relying on any of these players. Home Spurs blank, then they do have some good fixtures coming up after that, but they aren't playing well, so I don't know. I just don't want exposure, I think, is the answer.
It's just I just get fucking triggered with Coutinho because we saw these fixtures way back in like 26 and 27 and we're just like, I have no interest. They have at West Ham, home Arsenal, at Wolves, home Spurs. After the double, they're just going to blank in all those games. He's literally blanked in all of them. But in the double, he fucking gets 23 points and just absolutely destroys. And neither of us get him. And it's just a nightmare. Yeah, fucking hell. But yeah, I mean, I want absolutely no piece of them. Emmy looks weird to me. Like he's doing weird shit. And
he looks like he's not good.
Yeah, he looks like
he's not good. He looks like the player that Arsenal were okay to let go.
Yeah, he's like feigning confidence when it looks like doesn't have any. He's making like routine mistakes. I don't know. I don't see who you would go after here right now when they have home Spurs blank. Maybe we talk, at Leicester or something, or home Norwich, and then they have their double includes home Liverpool is really bad, but they do double in 37 with home Palace, home Burnley, so that's a thing.
No, I mean, that's definitely a thing.
That's just the week where they're horrible the whole season, then Coutinho gets 50 points that week. So just remember that.
Yeah, can't make 37. I'm just looking, I mean, this is just a sidebar because it's just... Emi Martinez started the season with like 240. Fucking a lot of players own him, right? Price at 5.5 to start the season. He has like less than like half the amount of people still own him. He's still the same price. Hasn't price changed once all season.
Unbelievable.
How's that happen? Every week, people just sell him every week.
His transfers, this is starting game week 2, is net transfers. Negative 122K, negative 102K, negative 934K.
That's a million.
That's a million. Negative 228K, and he never price dropped.
So within the first 5 game weeks of the season, he lost over 1 million owners, and he did not price drop
Well over
once.
1 million, almost 1.5 million.
Didn't price drop once. Fuck is that?
I mean, price change system.
Bullshit?
Great system.
Oh my god, it's
Transparency.
ridiculous. I
Yeah.
was just thinking, I was like, oh, I mean, he must be like close to 5 now.
Yeah, is he
'cause, like,
4.9 or something? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's good job by you. Just a couple other questions. Lee was asking about Bowen. We mentioned earlier. He said Bowen was too hot to trot before the knock. Should we be interested in him back now that he's hauled against Everton? Similarly priced guys have better fixtures and doubles, but is he just too good to ignore? He is kind of too good. He has at Brenham, home Burnley. Like, I just expect returns in those games.
Yeah, I mean, at Chelsea, home Arsenal also like might not be that bad. At Norwich, the biggest issue I think is just the team and what they're trying to accomplish right
They
now.
play 45 minutes worth of football basically per match, and then they still have, I think they're in the quarters, right?
Mhm.
So that's they're gonna
That's a
play.
priority.
He's gonna play 90, run his ass off in each of those games. I don't know. Everton, I think, are just a different gravy, like different level of bad.
Yeah. I mean, he's fine, but again, they have no extra games, and every other player in the game basically has at least one or more game. So
Yeah.
that's good. And you could talk yourself into Chelsea, Arsenal being okay. They still have City. They don't have to play Liverpool, but those still are 3 kind of tough fixtures.
Yeah, those are bad fixtures.
With 4.
They're
good
still
ones.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still bad with 4 good ones. I mean, and the good ones too, which is something difficult to evaluate with West Ham. At Brenham, at Norwich, at Brighton, the Brighton one is a good one for them. But they just have all their men in their own half, and they just try and hit the counters. So the good on paper fixtures sometimes aren't really that good for them.
It's hard to tell. Yeah.
It's just hard to tell. But he's 6'8". I think if you've held him through all this fuckery, then you're happy. You keep him.
Yeah.
For the next couple, and then you reassess maybe when the doubles start coming and shit. But
How good has he
It's
been
hard to-
this season?
he's been fucking.
He's
He's
20
he's maybe
He's
Player of the
23
season.
returns
maybe player of the season actual
for
in the game.
fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he's up. He's pretty close.
when we do like postmortem after the season,
Yeah.
you not owning him is gonna be like a big
It's
thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, to hit on a 200-point player who's 6'5" in midfield is pretty unheard of. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't think of the last time that's
I
happened.
mean, it's like Mahrez.
Yeah, it's like Mars. I mean, he was 5'5", but yeah, same deal, right? It's like
Yeah.
because he should get 30 more points, right? They have a lot of games.
I assume so. Yeah. Assuming he just mostly plays. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bowen, good player. I wonder he'll be like fucking
He's gonna be like
9-9
9-5 next
9-5,
season.
yeah,
I wonder
something
what
like that.
team he'll be playing for also. And then Snap
good
Mike said,
question.
which striker has the best run in for the rest of the season? This is the last question.
God, I don't know.
Are
None of them, they're all
there
bad.
strikers in the game
Kane.
other than Kane?
Can we just say Kane?
Vardy.
Vardy's, I mean, he's not fit, so that's an issue.
Hey, you told me he's fit. I don't know.
No, I mean, he's not, fit. He could be back, I mean, but
Yeah, I don't really have a good answer.
yeah, I have no answer.
They're all bad.
They're all pretty bad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's it.
No answer.
No answer. Sorry, Snap Mike. You're gonna have to just grumble about Arsenal. Should we talk about our teams or just save it for Thursday? I mean, there's Champions League. There's all this shit
not
this week.
to. Let's skip it.
What about Cap? Any early feelings? Because Liverpool City game makes it tough.
I have it on Kane right now.
I have it on Sancho
You're a fucking idiot.
at
Leave it
Everton.
alone. I don't care. Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I mean, it's just Sancho's just me wishing I had Bruno, basically. If I had Bruno, I'd 100% cap him this week. 100%.
Yeah.
Without him, I don't know. Like I early doors, I was thinking maybe like soccer or something, but how bad they were today, it's kind of sketch. So
Why are you not interested in Kane?
I don't know. I mean, I probably will end up on him. It just at Villa in my head is still just like not like Villa have played better against the good teams. That's the only consistent thing they've had since CVG's got there. Against the good teams, they've been really, really tough defensively and barely conceded anything. So that's like in my head a little bit.
You think that Kane doesn't know how to fucking fuck Tyrone Mings after all of their England
How about
practices?
Kulusevski cutting in from that side?
I think it's going to be an easy one for them.
Yeah, it should be. The way they're playing.
I really like Kane. I think cap this week. I feel pretty good about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
All right,
but
let me slap.
I definitely agree though on Bruno. I think Bruno is definitely a good shout.
Oh, great cap this week.
Yeah,
so good.
Definitely a good shout. There aren't a lot of. It is a tough one.
Yeah, it's always tough when City and Liverpool play.
Yeah.
I don't like a Mo cap for the record or a Kev cap.
No, I don't like a cap in that game. Period.
Full stop. Period. Yeah, it's just like a complete lottery.
Yeah.
All right, let me slap asses. New Patreon signups. We got Johnny McGrath Smith, Jack Brinkworth, and Kirk Gomsack. Let's get in there, baby. Thanks for signing up. We unfortunately have no cup tiebreakers to do yet because the game week's not over because that's how this season goes. So we're gonna do it on Friday Night Live. We'll do it on Thursday.
Yeah. Hopefully we have some ties.
Hopefully there are some ties. Yeah. I'm fucking. Yeah,
All
bro.
right.
All right, bro. How'd we do on our 2 weeks off? I think we did okay.
Yeah, I think it was a slow getting into it. And then it was like we had some good form in the middle and then
we fizzled out maybe at the end.
I think we fizzled out.
Yeah, I think I'm not match fit.
Yeah, me neither. I'm tired.
There's a difference between fit and match fit. I'm not match fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been potty training?
Yeah, it's peeing in the fucking toilet's hard, man. I'm still working. I'm still working on it.
You got this, bro.
Thanks, dog.
You fucking got this. Oh, any last words?
See you tomorrow.
Check us out at fmlfield.com. Follow us on Twitter at fmlfieldsportspage.com/fmlfield. Subscribe, rate, future.